Hello, this is Sanjo-chan with a video I want to share. And this video is a special one as I will talk about the origins of my pet project, Centaku Media. This video also serves as an introduction to those who happen to stumble upon this channel and wonder what's going on, as well as a reminder of what Centaku Media is for those who have been with the website since 2007. The name Sanjo-chan is what I normally go by as my online persona, although in the gaming world I also go by Nakaichi. I've been blogging for a long time, starting with a live journal back in 2004. I've been around quite a bit during the Web 2.0 era. I had a brief stint as a moderator on a few message boards before I started blogging. The first moderator job I had was on the forum for fans of the game Dynasty Warriors. I was the co-founder of Asian Kung Fu Alliance, a small guild on Gaia Online named after our old guild on Ragnarok Online. I was also the guild's forum moderator until the Ragnarok Guild disbanded in 2005. I currently live in Chattanooga, Tennessee, born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Aside from blogging, my hobbies include anime, gaming, and Asian entertainment. An all-around otaku, you could say. When it comes to my favorite anime series, I love Bleach, Fullmetal Alchemist, Elfen Lied, Paranoia Agent, and Tiger and Bunny, to name several at the top of my head. I'm also a huge fan of Dragon Ball and pretty much the entire Gundam franchise, being declared a local Gundam expert by friends. I've watched anime for about 15 plus years, although it still feels like I'm missing out. I'm also the vice president of Scenic City Anime and More, our weekly anime club right here in the Chattanooga area. Centaku Media was started in July 2007 as Centaku Me. It started as 3 blogs hosted from Blogger, which was after the era of having a personal live journal. Before Blogger, it started with a few updates of playing Ragnarok Online on Live Journal, after an unfortunate experience with a previous friend after being married in the game for a few months. Having venting my frustration of the event led to a friend or two no longer talking to me without notice. That is when I started a blog intended for updates as I played Final Fantasy XI called Nagashima of Remora, or Nakarim for short. The blog went well for a year until it was put on hiatus due to the moving trip to Tennessee from Illinois in 2006. The blog eventually resumed publication until I decided to quit in favor for World of Warcraft. A blog was created just for WoW content as well, Nakashima of Warcraft. A few months prior to opening the WoW blog, I created a test blog related to anime, originally called Nakime. The name was thought of from combining the names Nakashima, my character in FF11, and anime. In November 2006, both the WoW blog and Nakime was put on hiatus due to a family emergency. I started blogging again in January 2007. It wasn't until May of that year I contemplated on getting a domain name to officially begin anime blogging, or anime blogging. The name Centaku Me came to mind. The naming convention meaning the center of otaku, anime, and video games, as I wanted to share my love of anime, gaming, and otaku culture with everyone. When Centaku Me was launched, most of the content was about my progressions in Final Fantasy XI and WoW exported from the original blogs on Blogspot. As readership increased, I decided to phase out anything relating to WoW or FF11 and focus on otaku culture from the US and Japan. Unfortunately, even though the majority of the blog's content was otaku-centric, it seemed that other anime bloggers saw the blog differently. Around early 2009, I submitted my blog to a few content aggregators such as Otaku.fm, in which Anichu of Good Smell Company was involved with. While I was warmly welcomed on Otaku.fm, another aggregator, which remained nameless, quietly rejected me. After finding out that the webmaster accepted a new batch of blogs except Centaku Me, I sent an email asking if there was an issue. When he did, his reply was,
"I think it's too video gaming."
That's it. Just those 6 words, not explaining exactly why the blog was too video gaming, also unprofessional and hurtful. Around this time, another blog I came across on Otaku.fm that was similar to Kotaku and Anime's News Network was accepted, which was a writing style I adapted as I continued to progress. All I could do was ask him exactly what he meant by it, but as I tried to think beyond the negativity, I included a request to delete my account and letting him know how upsetting it was. He replied, but even to this day I will never know what he said because it was unacceptable. Those 6 words would hurt me for the next 4 years. Soon after, I made a declaration that Centaku would be designated as a source of additional otaku and anime-related content, leaving out video games altogether unless it was related to an anime series or the like. Which was fine considering I personally prefer Japanese-style games anyway, with the exception of World of Warcraft, which was long discarded after starting CTM. Between 2013 and 2015 saw very little content and for understandable reasons. This was after plans were made to post content 3 times a week. At the end of 2013, I had the honor of working at a warehouse of the US's biggest online retailer. Things went really well during the crazy month of December, and things weren't too bad in the months after the holiday rush. I could go on, but maybe on another day. By the end of June 2014, I was finally able to pursue another career path after completing my 6 months as a seasonal employee. Unfortunately, in my search of other opportunities, my mother fell ill and I was forced to put aside my search and the possibility of returning to blogging to take care of her. By the end of September 2014, her health took a turn for the worse. 4 months later, in January 2015, she passed away. During the dark times that I had, I thought about making a comeback to get my mind off things, but I'm glad I didn't. There was something else I wanted to do. I wanted to start over Centaku Media, the center of otaku, anime, and video games. It meant that the blog would be renamed, but keeping the same passion for all things otaku as it has been for the past decade. Centaku Media is now Centaku Media. If you're still thinking who would enjoy Centaku Media, as of 2017, anybody who was a fan of anime and more in the spectrum of Asian cultural interest, including gaming and music from Japan, and now including Korea. Also, with its very upload, videos will be supplemented in addition to written posts. Video ideas include Let's Plays, such as the Orisa Journal for Final Fantasy XIV, playthroughs, reviews, interviews, and more. By creating videos as well as live streaming games on Twitch, it has helped me regain my creativity and motivation to revive Centaku Media. Also, by looking back at old content from the Centaku Media era, it feels as though I've rediscovered my roots. Also, by doing so, I intend on sharing favorite past posts on Centaku Media as a throwback to show everyone how far I came to where I am now. The reason for starting over is so that I can make things easier than I tried to do in the earlier days of the blog. As well as the choice of the name, thinking about it now, I think Centaku Media makes more sense, since it's a more fandom as a whole blog than just anime only, but Centaku Media will always be in my heart as the first attempt of reaching out to fans with similar tastes. Whether you're a new or old fan, thank you for watching this video. If you're a new fan, I hope you will stick around. If you're an old fan, thank you for coming back. Thank you everyone for your continued support.